Right. So just let me start. Quick introduction about myself. I did tell a little bit about myself. My name is Emmanuel Paul Raj. I'm from India. I work as the University Partnerships Manager for Prospel India. So I handle the entire university partnerships for the India region. And yeah, Prospel. I joined Prospel about 3 months back. My journey so far with Prospel has been exciting, has been amazing, especially with what we do for students. So it really resonates to what I really want to do. We help students start incredible careers, right? And that is exactly what we live by. And yeah, so I just start off with a quick slide, a quick presentation about about Prospel and how we do it, and then we could take it forward. And I would want this to be as participating as possible, where the messages are pouring in with your location and everything. So we would want this to be, more of a two-way session. If you have any questions or at any point in time, feel free to ask them. And, and at the end of the session, by the end of the session, you would start, sending out application after the session by clicking apply now button in the profiles where you see, the events landing page. Right. So just to start off with, I'd like to welcome everyone to Prospel. At Prospel, we help every student with the best possible start to the career. Right. So we are an all-in-one career directory, a platform designed to help students discover the most meaningful next level career journey, right? Because we understand as a fresher, it is difficult for you to start your career with. You would be confused. We are all confused as freshers or as young graduates where to start a career. That is where we come into picture, where with our platform, it's tailor-made. It's a tailor-made platform where you can learn more about the internship and graduate programs, explore various job openings, discover higher studying opportunity, and also you would be able to discover a lot of high paying jobs, on Prospel. And when I said we help students, we really mean it, because our main focus is young graduate students, helping them launch incredible careers. So we have an ocean of, the career content up available on our platform, with more than 2,000 plus companies actively recruiting day in, day out, 3,000 plus advices or career articles and videos about graduates like yourself, working in different organizations, helping you make a very informed and a very beautiful choice in starting a career, right? And there are 1,000 plus live job opportunities, 3,000 plus job and internship reviews, and 2,000 plus interviews and profiles, and 100 plus office tours. So when you log into a website, which I would give you the domain for you guys to log into each of our we are country specific, right? So you would be able to log in and see, and I'm sure you would have a very good experience of browsing through our website and helping you start a career. Right. So incredible jobs and opportunities where you can send application directly from the platform. So our platform is unique, where you log into our platform, and then when you click on apply now, you would directly be guided to the employer's website, where that this is a genuine job opportunity up for there for you to grab, right? So you can just go ahead and click on apply and then start with the application process. You can save your view jobs. You want to come back later and apply for them, you can do a lot of it. And here you will find a description about the opportunity, application deadlines, and other important details about the role. And this is a small screenshot about our website and the search tab where you would be reaching once you look for the opportunities. And this is where we are. So local Prosper career directories. So we complete your profile to get relevant job opportunities. So if you're in any one of these regions, so you can always log into one of these regions and then start looking for opportunities. As I said, we are country specific, so we are spread across different regions in Asia Pacific. So there are plenty of opportunities for graduates, for young students like yourself, to go ahead. And I'm pretty excited to be talking to you about this, and also excited to be talking, to the panelists that we have on our, on our list today, because this is the global e-commerce and logistics session, right? So we have some incredible people on as a panel who would be introducing themselves, who would be talking about more about as to what it is to work for them and what are the tips and tricks which will definitely help you in making an informed choice in your career, right? So I just wanted to understand if anyone has any questions so far. Yeah, good question, Sarah. So it is directly applying to the job and interacting with the employer. Yeah, that's right, and you can save as well. Yeah, so I'll quickly start off with the panelists that we have. We have Joyce Gomas, and we have Joyce Koppers, and we have Imelda from Lala Move, and we have Diksha from Furlenco, India. So I just quickly start off with the Q&A session. And then if you have any questions as they answer, the questions that we'll be asking about them as to what it is like to work with them, feel free to put your questions in the chat box. We would definitely love to answer each and every question that is up there. Yeah, I'd quickly give the mic to Diksha. Maybe Diksha, if you could quickly introduce yourself and to the entire audience and tell us a little more about yourself and your company that you're representing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Emmanuel. Hey, everybody. Hey, folks. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everybody across, whoever's with us. So my name is Diksha Chawla. I am currently in India, and I'm working for an organization called Furlenco. Those who are in India may have heard about Furlenco. Furlenco stands for Furniture Lending Company. We're one of the India's leading online and subscription-based companies. So I'm working as a senior HR here, and I'm here at Prospel, for us to understand the kind of good talent that we have across the world. So this is why, I'm representing Furlenco here at this platform. To get to know all of you, for all of you to get to know a little about Furlenco as well. So if you guys, if you folks are okay, I would like to get a little into, what Furlenco is, what is it about. So basically, Furlenco was founded by Mr. Ajit Karampanna. So basically, he is an alumnus from Temple University, and this was founded in the year 2011. All right. So he is the CEO of our company, and he was working in the US as the vice president of Goldman Sachs. The company is Bangalore based. Bangalore is a city in Karnataka, and that is where it is based out of. That is where our headquarter is, and we are currently present in over 15 plus cities in India, and we have raised a lot of funding across the world. We are growing at a rapid pace, and that is exactly why, despite the pandemic being hit, despite everything, we are hiring and we're looking for fresh talent. And Prospel came across as a breath of fresh air, where we're looking for people who are folks who are looking to apply in organizations, from coming from top universities across. So that is exactly why we wanted to register. We wanted to become a part of the same, and that's why I'm here. So that's a little about Furlenco and a little about myself as well.
Wonderful. Thanks, Diksha. And over to you, Joyce, if you want to, Joyce Koppers, if you want to, because we have two Joyce, so I need to be with the full name, right? Yeah, over to you if you want to just introduce yourself and tell us what you do. Thank you.
Okay, I'll start before I pass it on to Joyce G, I suppose. So again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to a lot of our students or fresh talents around the globe. So a little bit about me for an introduction. My name is Joyce. I'm part of the talent acquisition team here in Manila for the MS Sleep organization. So MS Sleep is actually a sleep innovation company that was started and founded in Frankfurt, Germany back in 2013. So further to getting an understanding also of what the organization is doing, we're basically a sleep innovation company. So the company was actually founded when predominantly the mattress market was still very much offline. And that was basically the innovation that we wanted to give to a lot of people who were looking for the best quality products and the ease of access to these best quality products, specifically mattresses. So you can say that we're part of, I suppose, the purveyor really in the D2C sleep sector, and is now actually also the biggest D2C sleep brand around the globe. So the company has grown to servicing more than 3 million people using our products in 30 countries in the span of 7 years. We're now actually expanding also the different places here in APAC. So before we have set up the office here in Manila, we were already servicing 26 countries in the European market. And now we're already live in 8 countries here in the Asia Pacific region. So we're present in different cities like Manila, Shanghai, Japan, and South Korea. And hopefully Indonesia would also be among the countries that we'll be servicing by next year. So a lot of opportunities really for a lot of the talents that are in the pool of audiences that we have around the globe. I think one thing that would resonate really to the what Prosper is trying to do. No, if you can see, the organization grew rapidly in the span of 7 years, and we're proud to say that our growth in the key markets that we have right now were actually started by fresh graduates that joined the organization, and in the span of 1 year, 2 years of growing with us, they were already able to start and lead countries and set up shop in different parts of the globe. So at Emma, we're very, very much interested in working with young talents, and we're very, very much really invested in making you grow and achieve your full potential as an entrepreneur within the organization.
Wonderful, Joyce. Thank you so much. And yeah, over to you, Joyce G.
Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. So my name is Joyce Gomez. So it's with double E. So there is some emphasis on it. But thank you so much again for inviting me here. Thank you to Prospel. And I am also appreciative of all the fresh graduates and other attendees that we have here. So again, my name is Joyce Gomez, and I came from offshore business processing. So that's where I'm affiliated with. We call it OBP. So it's a BPO company that is situated here in the Philippines. So in terms of the background that we have for OBP, we are a 100% Australian owned and operated company with over 100 clients globally and 600 plus full-time staff. So we are also rapidly growing in terms of the industry. And despite the fact that we are currently having this pandemic, we continue to hire and employ people, giving them the most stable jobs. And of course, apart from this, we run 24/7 in 2 of our sites here in the Philippines. One is located in Ortigas, and the other one is located in Cubao City. So both within the Manila area or Manila region. So we also provide outsourcing solutions to small, medium, and large-scale businesses to help them reduce costs up to 80%. And apart from that, we are proud to say that we are ISO certified. We are also accredited by PEZA. So it's actually Philippine Economic Zone Authority. And we're also members of the CCAP, which is the Call Center Association of the Philippines, and also the IBPAP, which is the IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines. So right now we are also employing fresh graduates, experienced candidates at the same time. We are, as much as possible, looking for data entry specialists, and our list of other roles grow. So later on, I'll be telling more about the openings and of course the qualifications that we are looking for. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Joycey. I think I got it right this time. Right, thank you. Over to you, Imelda from Lalamo.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
So, hi everyone. My name is Imelda. I'm from Lalamove, Indonesia, based in Jakarta. I'm so happy to be here. Being here with all the panelists, and then with wow, more than 200 participants. So yeah, a little bit about myself as the people operations manager here in Lalamove, Indonesia. And then Lalamove is an on-demand delivery platform that supports the communities, SMEs, by making delivery fast and simple. So it was started with a humble beginning in Hong Kong in 2013. But now we are available in more than 10 countries in Asia and Latin America. So now we are back with more than 2,000 team members worldwide. So what we do basically, we connect driver and delivery driver and then customer through our apps and web. So I see many participants here from Philippines, and Lala Move also available in Philippines. Hi everyone. I think you are familiar with the orange stickers and everything in Philippines. So yeah, so during the pandemic, we experienced huge growth as the online platform helped the community and the economy and community move during the pandemic. And that's why we here in Lala Move also do massive hiring and then expansion during the pandemic. So in our side, we're very proud to be a part of a company that really help so many people during these tough situations. Because there's so many laid off and everything, but then we here try to give good impact for greater good in every cities that we are operating. So yeah, that's it from me and Lala Move. I hope you guys can get many insights from this event today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Imelda. And Jen, I think you're the last one. So if you could quickly introduce yourself.
Good afternoon and good morning, and some probably good evening. My name is Jennifer Cornelio. I'm from Cloud Eats Philippines. We are the first cloud kitchen in the Southeast Asia. We are a startup organization as well, an e-commerce industry, and business has been very good during pandemic, especially with people nowadays more comfortable ordering their food and having this dining experience within the comfort of their homes. We just recently opened, yesterday we opened our Vietnam site in Ho Chi Minh City, and early next year we're going to open Malaysia and Thailand. We are growing rapidly in workforce, and we have a lot of opportunities that are available both in the Philippines, within the entire region, as well as in Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand.
Yeah, so my next question to you, if anyone would want to start off first, what exactly does the ideal fresh graduate look like to you, right? So what do you say are the greatest qualities, or some of the qualities that you look for in a fresh graduate that you look to hire? Any one of you can start.
All right, I think I would want to start with that one. So hello again, everyone. So in terms of the ideal fresh graduate that we're looking for, I would say that here in OBP, we are particular with a fresh graduates fit with the job that we offer. We have more logistics and freight forwarding roles, so educational background, OJT, seminar experience, and a clear definition that this is the path that they would want to go makes us consider them. Of course, we have to check with the applicants that are going to apply with us as to what their plans are within the next 5 years. And especially, of course, if they're coming from a different industry, then we have to do double screening just to make sure that they're on the right track here in our company. But more than logistics and freight forwarding, we also have different clients. So if they're not going to qualify for the logistics and freight forwarding clients that we have, we endorse them to our other clients. So we also have retail, IT. There would be a lot of varied roles or varied industries that we are affiliated with. And of course, adding to this will be the applicant's confidence, their teamwork capability, average communication skill, because I believe that these are the skills which are going to be trainable, and willingness to be trained and progress, which is most important, because we would want each and every applicant to have the initiative to learn and possibly progress within the organization and hopefully become leaders in the near future. And apart from that, of course, we're also looking for people who are proficient with the use of different softwares, computers. They have good interpersonal skill. And most of all, we are trying to look for candidates or applicants with initiatives who are going to be good problem solvers. And more than that, attendance is also essential. So as much as possible, we look for people who are quite particular when it comes to them being present at work 100% or 90% of the time. So that's what I would say are the qualities of an ideal or fresh graduate. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Joyce. Anyone else who would want to answer that? What do you think is the ideal fresh graduate mean to you?
Sure.
And
I
Okay,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry.
Joyce.
Imelda.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, Joyce, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay,
If in
sure.
case we'd probably want to limit this to about 2 or 3 sentences, that'd be great, because I have few other questions, and then since it's a panel session, I think so we would have another 15 minutes, and we have few more questions that needs to be answered. Sorry to keep it
Sure.
short there.
Sure, no worries. I think very shortly to add to what Joyce has already mentioned about credentials, that resonates basically to the types of roles that they're pursuing or the openings that we have in the organization. One good indication for us also is to find people have continuous growth mindset. So we're looking for people have that entrepreneurial mindset, and one core factor of a person who has that entrepreneurial thinking would be someone who really pursues growth in their own capacity. So those who have pursued initiatives to join internships at the start of like maybe even just sophomore years, progressing into their senior years, and having participated into competitions, business case competitions, entrepreneurial competitions would also give us an indication of this person's persistence really, to like really hone in their own skills, collaboration skills, and leadership skills that would, and also adaptability and agility that would basically be among the core traits that would help them really succeed within the organization. So finding those internships or organizations that they have led, that they have pursued outside their academic pursuits would actually be a good indication for us as well.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so maybe I might have to, the next question from me would be, if you had to pick between two strong candidates, right, who are essentially the same level on paper, what is going to be the factor that you think makes you pick one over the other? And then a follow-up question would be, how differently would you assess the candidate now compared to before the pandemic? You want to take that, Diksha, if that's fine, because it didn't answer the
Yep.
previous one.
Definitely, Manuel. I'd like to take that. So I'll take a minute here, and I'll like to also talk about how Furlenco is what I'm representing at the moment, but how it's grown to become a house of brands. We are now known as House of Kiraya, and we have 4 brands under us. Furlenco being our leading brand, furniture brand, and apart from that, we have 3 other brands that we've recently launched. So, if anybody has the time, you can definitely have a look. We had our most recent launch of Prava. It was a nationwide brand, and it's just come up as one of the luxury furniture brands. So we are representing furniture and lifestyle, and we want somebody. When you talk about the question that you just asked me, Emmanuel, is, for example, we have 2 candidates or 2 people who are in the same this thing, and they we want to understand how we would choose the other one. I think the first thing that we would look, especially coming from a fresher perspective, is what is the fire in the belly. When you look at a fresher, when you look at a graduate, it's that fire, it is that spark that they have that puts the other person over the other, right? Obviously, she over he is a big thing that we want to follow here. We want to look at how the person would culturally fit into the organization, because it's very, very important. Obviously, your credentials, your marks, your knowledge base, will remain a basis for your, for you to reach that level of, what interview space and everything. We have cross-functional rounds. So your interview process would not only be judging your skills, your knowledge base, but also how culturally fit you would be to the organization, how you are ready to accept, how you're ready to grow, what is the kind of leadership mindset do you have. We have, over 600, 700 people that we've grown at a very, very fast pace, as an exponential pace, and how you are able to gel yourself with the organization, with the people. We have folks from all across the globe who are working with us. So how you're able to gel with that and understand that, and what is the kind of intent that the person has, basically in terms of behavior, is something that would differentiate 2 people apart from obviously their skills and everything. This is something that would really, really change. Also, the second part of your question, which is in the pandemic, how we have changed our viewpoint, I would say we've only grown. pandemic gave us the opportunity to launch more brands. It gave us that it gave us the opportunity to see how much more Furlenco could grow, and that is exactly what we have tapped. It's our strength, and we have tapped, and that's exactly where we would say, even for the students, graduates who are wanting to apply, what is the ability that you have to handle yourself in situations, in a pressureful situation. There's not, I would not say there's been more change, but we've become more empathetic in terms of if somebody is having a career break, or they're having a little bit of break, or there's a switch that is happening. We've become empathetic towards that, because the pandemic did lead to a lot of people being laid off. So we have become more empathetic in terms of our hiring, is what I would say. So I think all apart from your skills and what is the kind of core everything that you have, what matters is, I think, the fire that each individual carries in themselves is what would differentiate two candidates.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Diksha, on that. And Imelda, would you want to, just add maybe a couple
Sure,
of
sure.
lines,
Sure.
as well to the question?
So in our opinion, that if we have to pick two strong candidates that are basically the same, we will like choose the one that have similar values with us, because we have like 4 values: passion, humility, execution, and grit. So I would try to find a strong candidate with those values. So we would find the one that usually have the bigger hunger for new learning and willingness to take challenge and try something new, because though learning is a beautiful concept, beautiful in terms of concept, but then in reality it requires grit, humility, and patience to generate a good execution. So in my opinion, we will try to find the one that like Diksha said, like fire in the belly. So it's not only like the relevant experience, maybe academic achievement, organizational experience, no, but then the attitude, positive attitude, and the hunger. And we can really see it. I mean, when we see our interview person, we can really feel it, like this person is different from that one, though on the paper they're like kind of like similar. So during the pandemic, I think the essential thing is not change. The process, though, of course, changed a lot, because we moved from the offline process to the online process. But then I think in the essential thing, I don't think there's so many changes, because we basically still try to find candidates that fit the culture, have the positive attitude towards learning and flexibility in this uncertain condition. So I think, yeah, that's from us. So we will try to find someone that have similar values. So because it will help them to adapt with our environment and then our culture as well. But then, of course, it has to be proven, not only in the paper, but then we will try to explore and dig during the interview the proof for all of the qualities and characteristic that is written on the paper. Yeah, I think that's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And maybe, if anyone is able to answer this, in one line, as to what makes your company unique, and why should people who are listening here, or anyone else, right? Why should they apply to your company? If you just give me answer in 2 sentences, then we can go with the Q&A. I'll give you the chance for each and every one of you to answer, right?
Yes, I believe all of the organizations here are quite unique in their own way, and all of us offer different things. But we look for people who share the same values with us. In Cloudits, we are very passionate, similar with all of the organizations present here. What's different with us is we go with the ones who are very passionate and innovative, as we break the barriers in the food and beverage industry. Since we are the future F&B, the people who are willing to break these barriers, be innovative, try the unconventional ways of thinking. Be obsessed with what you do, and as you discover things that we haven't discovered yet on how we're gonna run this industry in Southeast Asia. If you're the type of that person who's really curious, who wants to find out what's gonna happen with how we do things and when we do things, and cloud is actually the better option for you. But I've been with startups as well, similar several startups before, and most of the startups offer similar different things and exciting things and very unique among us. So I encourage everyone to join this e-commerce industry. It's really really fun.
Oh, wonderful. And how about you, Joyce?
Yes, all right. So if I may answer that question, so what makes our company or OBP unique? I would say that our company primarily has this kind of mission. So our main mission is to improve the lives of our people by providing opportunities for them to thrive as individuals and inspiring them to become leaders of their own destiny. So you would already sense something here that we are very much into progressing or having our employees advance their career or further their career. It doesn't matter if we're going to hire them as fresh graduates or people without experience at the onset. What matters is that they have the willingness, they have the drive to possibly progress in the near future. And that's something that we are going to will to happen. So that's it for us.
Wonderful. And about you, Joyce?
So for us, I think it really resonates to what everyone is saying here. It's the same. It's a startup organization where everyone's ability to really expand and grow in their careers early, very on, and make critical decisions very early on in their careers is actually something that we try to hone among everyone. Reach their fullest potential at a very young age, and not only grow in the area of their careers, but also helping them grow in their own personal pursuits.
Wonderful. Thanks, Joyce. Diksha, final word?
Definitely, I think if I speak about Furlenco and what would differentiate us over the other companies, being a tech brand in India, the average tenure of a person staying back in a company would be a year or two. We have a minimum of 4 to 5 year people staying back, and folks staying for that long speaks a lot about the kind of culture and the kind of growth that you get. So that I think would be the final thing that I would like to say is how we would be differentiated over the other companies and what would be the USP. The exponential growth, learning challenges obviously would be a part, but the kind of culture and people over work, something that we believe in and we value, is what would differentiate us.
Wonderful. And Imelda?
Yeah, so if we're talking about a company, of course, every company has its own uniqueness. And I think for Lalamove, I always say to all of our candidates that we get the best of both worlds. So it's like we have the dynamic and flexibility of the startup when you have to adapt and keep challenging yourself. But also we have a clear guidance and strategy from our headquarters. So it's not like you go wild with all your creative ideas, but still in the, with a clear track and strategy from our headquarters. So I think it's very important, of course, especially for young graduates, because they will be like, it is the first time for them to be exposed to the business environment. So sometimes if without proper guidance, it can be, I don't think the result will be as good. So when we have the chance to express our idea, to experiment, to do things that are new and to try to solve things with our, our creative way, but then we have a clear guidance and strategy, I think it really helps. So yeah, I think in Lalamove, yeah, we get the best of both worlds.
Right. So if I was a graduate, I would be rushing my resume to each and every company of yours, right? Because it sounds so exciting to, with the vision and with what you're trying to achieve out there and with the kind of candidates that you're looking for. As I said, if I was a young or a fresh graduate, I would have just sent my applications right now to every company here that I'm talking to, right? And maybe I'll take a couple of questions from the Q&A before I go ahead with the speaker session. We have lined up a couple of speakers who would be presenting would be presenting and then talking about their company a little bit more. Just a couple of questions from the Q&A session. Do you accept international candidates? Does any one of the companies over here accept the international candidates?
Yes, in Cloudis we do.
You do accept international candidate. And yeah, so the ones who had posted the questions, if they accept international candidates, yes, they do, Cloudy. So you know where to go now, if in case you're looking to start a career. And I don't think so that happens with Furlenco, Lala Move, and the other two, right?
It's the same for Emma also. We're also
For Emma,
open to, yeah.
so you do take international. And how about offshore
Yeah.
business processing?
Yes, for now, our company is accepting candidates coming from the Philippines, but hopefully this is something that we can work out in the near future so that we're going to be able to welcome applicants from the other international sites.
All right. Thank you.
Emmanuel, we're more than open to, welcoming international students and international graduates. I mean, we have no restriction there. As long as your skill set matches what we're looking for, I think it's wonderful.
So everyone listening out there, right? So you have, the opportunity. Don't just limit yourself, just thinking that you don't have an opportunity. You definitely have an opportunity to work in different countries because the applications are definitely accepted. I think so. It's the same with Lalamu as well, right, Imelda?
Yes, yes. So if actually you are interested in working for Lalamove and Lalamove is not operating in your country, yeah, you can just pick which countries that is closer or you want to explore more, and then you can apply.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. And I think that was the most common question that I had in the chat box. And yeah, the skills, we've spoken about the skills. I'm just trying to check where can I go if we want to apply. So you have to go to the landing page of the event. You will have apply now option next to each of the company. And then you can start your application. If in case you don't find it, but you know the companies that we're talking to right now, you can definitely go ahead and apply. So any other questions that you think needs to be answered? Because that, I think so, the most common one was, do you accept international students? I think so. The reason that question came in is because the vision and the mission that you have for your own companies that you've shared, right? So that makes it more and more people get interested towards you, and I'm sure that most of them would be googling about your company. So that definitely goes there, right? Yeah. So any other questions? You can always post your questions. No, Kamil Royce. No, there's no placement fee. Directly apply with the company. So I don't think so that the company will also be charging you a placement fee. So there's no placement fee for that. So do you offer internships as well, or is it just the graduate jobs that you're looking for? That was one of the common questions. So
Yes, in Cloudis we do. We hire internships all year long.
wonderful. And I think so it's the same with the others.
Yeah,
We
yes.
yes.
Okay, so the questions have been answered in terms of, I think so these are the most common questions. I'm sure, is there anything in particular that, the panelists would want to, well, I'm sure you have access to the Q&As as well, right? So if in case you think that any particular question that you think that you want to answer, you can definitely go ahead and answer that. But I think so the most common ones were in terms of the internship, in terms of the international placements. So that's what I see. Right. Thank you so much, for sharing the insights. And I'm sure, I would love to talk to you all more, as to how we help graduates, because this is one of those sessions where we have around 300 plus students joining. So this is definitely a time for for each company over here to make an impact in a best possible way, so that you get more and more application that comes in, right? Because we are talking to the students who are graduates.